What's going on, guys? So we're going to take a look at the Toshi chart. I'm starting off looking at the 4 hour. What I'm expecting is a move within 48 hours. Now, before you get very excited, it does not mean that we're going to get a move to all-time highs. What I'm expecting based on what I'm looking at here on the charts is a move, meaning enough of this slow grinding stuff. Either number one, we're going to get another buy opportunity to continue to dollar cost average. Remember, I'm very bullish on the project for 2025. I think that from here, it's at least a 3 to 4x from here where we stand. So if we can get one more dip, now again, mind you, that last dip that we had when the whole entire market was selling off over the weekend, we actually dipped down to a 236 million market cap. I think anything around 200 to 300 million market cap is definitely a buy zone. 300 to 400 is definitely a spot where you want to have some as well, because obviously once this starts to run, we're looking for a billion bare minimum. Now, my price target for 2025 is anywhere between 3 and 6 billion. Okay. Now, I don't like putting price targets on because a lot of people, they hold, they hope, and if it never gets there, it's kind of like you're just mentally defeated. You made money, you would have made money, but you didn't sell because you were waiting for that X number to be hit. Full disclosure, full transparency. With the bag that I'm holding, I will be selling at all-time highs. So between 1 billion and 1.5, I'm going to unload about 30 to 40% of my bag. That way I can lock in some profits. My initial investment will come out, and then everything from there, we'll let it ride. Okay. We'll just let it ride from there. So the reason why I'm saying within 48 hours, because the chart is not going to just slow bleed all the way down. You're going to get either some exhaustion from the sellers, and you're going to see a candle that looks like this, where you get a big push up. And that's what we kind of want to see. We want to see that big push up, over 450 million market cap. We want to definitely take out 500 million market cap. That's going to be this previous swing high. Notice the high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. We're on a little bit of a downtrend, but it's not just Toshi. It's the entire market. Okay. So again, don't get so fixated on just exactly what you're holding. Look at the entire market, and memes across the board are down 40, 50, 60, 70% off of highs. So you want to find the project that you believe in. You want to find the project that's going to have longevity, meaning it's not some pump fun token that's not going to be here in 48 hours. Find a legitimate product that's on some legitimate exchanges, that has a community behind it, and sit there and continue to dollar cost average and ride this, because I'm telling you, if you're in and you're positioned properly, you're going to make a nice profit. Now, again, nice profit to you could be completely nice, small profits to someone else. Don't get hung up on trying to duplicate what you see on Twitter. Okay. Everyone posting up, they put in $300 and they turned it into $500,000. You're like, that's not going to happen here. Again, it could. You have people throwing out weird, projections, 40 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion market caps. Let's just take it step by step. Okay. When we get there, wherever this ends up, we'll get there. We'll make sure to cover this chart along the way. I definitely don't want anyone to, watch 10x gains, 20x gains, 30x gains wash away. If that was to be the case, you always want to be taking some kind of profits off. You just don't want to unload your whole bag. So again, going back to the 48-hour thing, the way it's looking right now, it looks like we want to retest this 300 million market cap. Okay. Because this last slow drip sell off, it had this big capitulation and then just a monster move higher. The way we're kind of pulling back here, it looks like if we can hold 300 million market cap, if we can just hold this for maybe the next 24 to 36 hours, and the market spruces up a little bit, we get Ethereum to start moving just a little bit, right? Give us a little bit of glimmer of hope from the blue chips. You could get a pop here that definitely starts coming back up towards 400 million market cap. And I think if it gets that pop and we start to close, remember, no wick. We don't want to see a wick. If we can get this to close, right? Boom. over this previous swing high, I'm willing to bet that this is going to be the low. Okay, I'm willing to bet that that's going to be the low, and then this run is going to do something like this, right? It's going to do something like that. Now, again, it doesn't have to. We can definitely stay in this kind of just consolidation mode for, 2, 3, 4 months. But it's going to give you opportunities to load the bag here, load the bag there, load the bag here, load the bag there, right? If you believe in the project. Because again, the closer you get it to this floor, I mean, if you're just looking at it, if you can get this between 200 and 300 million market cap, or even if, we have something crazy that happens and it gets below 200 million market cap, I mean, you're potentially looking at a 5 to 7x just to get back to the highs. So that's going to be a beautiful move, right? So you have to have faith, you have to have conviction, you have to make sure you have some dry powder. If you're all out of dry powder, that's fine. Just hold your position, stay where you're at, okay? Now, the reason why I say we can come down and kind of test this 300 million market cap is because this is a 4-hour time frame. Unless this 4-hour time frame starts closing above 370, 375, 400 million market cap, it's putting in a little bit of an inverse hammer candle, which is telling me that there's just a little bit more selling pressure than buying pressure right now, okay? And it's not necessarily that, the thing is going to come all the way down to zero or you're going to lose your entire bag. None of that stuff. But it just looks like there's a little bit more selling. You might see like a little bit of a double bottom, right? Where it kind of comes down here and it bounces back and maybe that's it. And then it comes down once more to kind of test this most recent swing low and test a lot of this price action from when we got the Coinbase listing. Okay, this is the big Coinbase listing here. So a lot of this price action needs to be tested, because you have to remind yourself, a lot of people that are in way down here, they sold and they made a nice profit along the way, right? And they sold along the way and they're still kind of selling out. Those are people that were just looking for a quick trade. Maybe people have been holding for a year, 6 months or something like that. But what you are seeing is on these dips, you are seeing whales buy back in with some decent size. I was kind of watching the tape. I was looking at, buy orders when we were right here in this area earlier today, $15,000 worth of tokens. When we were over here, I was looking at $5,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of orders that were coming in these areas. So even if someone was down here and they made a bunch of money here, that's fine. You always want to be happy that people are making their bag. But what's good about it is they're buying here. They're rebuying into the position. They're rebuying in. Why? Because they know that it's going to come back up. And when it comes back up, you're going to not only make your money here, but they're going to make their money here as well when we continue to go higher. So again, if you haven't made your bag yet and you haven't made that first bit of profits yet on it, continue to buy here, continue to buy here. Okay. I don't know if we get to this one, but continue to buy in this zone. What we want to see is a double bottom. We want to see a double bottom here, start to bounce back up towards the 350 million market cap. We want to see a higher low get put in, meaning that we don't test this previous low, and then we start to shoot. That's what we want to see. Again, I'm saying 48 hours before we start to test this double bottom, or 48 hours before we kind of just come here, put in that higher low, and then we start to go and at least test this prior swing high. I think that by the weekend's time, we're either going to be trading down here, give you an opportunity to buy back in, or we're going to be here. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen in the next 48 hours. But again, let's see. Let's continue to follow the chart and let's see if that narrative kind of plays out. Let's see which side played out. Which side was the side that played out? Was it that side or was it this side, right? Let's kind of see exactly what happens. I'll make another video as this is kind of playing out through the weekend, and we'll go from there. Again, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys on the next one.